we are returned once more to our pious village of Salem. Let us continue this story of witchery. Chapter 4, The Third Knot. Forgot about Santa again. Get out of here, little Padoro. Before dawn at the Carter house.
Oh, good morning, Senpai.
What are you doing up this early, Mash?
I could ask the same thing of you. It's not even daybreak yet. Neja is staying out of sight and keeping watch from the roof. This is the only place that they can use their spirit forms after all. It looks like today will be the best weather that we've seen in a while, even if the wind is still very strong.
How come you weren't in your room?
I was resting in Abby's room. Neja and I both talked to her a bit last night. She was curled up in her bed, crying. She's been trying to put on a brave face, but she's suffering quite a lot. She feels terrible about what happened to Tituba and to Lavinia's family. And then there's...
Mr. Carter, right?
Yes, exactly. She said that her uncle may be strict, but he was never the kind of person who could do something so cruel. I guess that I haven't been of much help to you after all, Senpai.
Of course you have. Don't be silly.
Thank you, Senpai. Okay, I'm gonna go get ready. Mash, time for breakfast. Robin will keep watch now. Thanks, Neja. It's still a little bit early for breakfast, but I think that I could make you something quick and... Oh, wait.
What is it?
I just remembered that I checked the pantry earlier and we're almost out of food. Of course, we need to make sure that Mr. Carter and Abby have enough to eat, but we also need to think about ourselves. Porridge, again.
Morning at the Carter house. Salem, day 4.
So that's what happened last night.
Thanks for investigating so quickly, Matahari.
Of course. Unfortunately, there did end up being some casualties. Some villagers put up a valiant fight and managed to defend themselves, but by the end of the night, 4 were dead. And to make things even worse, they can't even be buried yet since this happened at the time graveyard.
Then where are the bodies being kept now?
At the Reverend's house. I happened to be there while they were discussing it, so I suggested that, and the Reverend asked me to help. They're now safely in his basement, which is locked and as secure as we can make it. Some of the bereaved were very upset about the idea, though, so it took a lot of work to convince them.
Thanks again, Matahari.
So, we were not strong enough. Even though they enjoyed our play. It's sad, but it's also infuriating, isn't it? These are just regular people trying to live their lives in peace. It's kind of ironic that the preparations they made to fight in wars or against the Native Americans ended up being useful to them now. Oh, there you are, Gura. I'm afraid that I have some seriously bad news. Where's Mash? I don't see her anywhere.
Well, she said she'd be right back.
She said we were all out of food, so she went shopping with Abigail.
Damn this incarnation, forcing us to eat to keep up our strength.
Yeah, and it's adversely affecting our magical energy turnaround rate, too. To make matters worse, even the general store was running low on stock, so it can't be easy for Mash to buy what we need. Worst case scenario, we may have to deal directly with the farmers.
I've got to talk to Mr. Carter. Wait, where is Mr. Carter?
You mean that he's not here? Well, come to think of it, I don't see Robin anywhere either. I see. Oh, this is bad. This is so bad.
Is there another problem?
We can communicate with Caldia again. Huh?
Why didn't you say so sooner? I understand you have problems with Medea, but still.
I thought Master was the only one who could set it up, let alone turn it on. Hey, don't look at me. I'm as shocked as any of you. Oh, yeah. She's mad. Real mad. Super mad, even. I believe enraged is the right word.
Why can't we hear what she's saying?
Well, you can see why I was hoping that Mash could calm her down a bit. Good idea. Still, you did this to you. Exactly, you made your bed, now you can lie in it. Anyway, if the real Medea is responding to us from Caldia, then they must have an idea of what's going on here.
Let's see, well, let's get pen and paper so that we can write to each other.
You know, I wonder why our communication suddenly came back on like this. Oh, that! Unfortunately, it had nothing to do with the work that Mash and I've been doing since trying to get it tuned up. And it doesn't look like Caldia did anything to override the interference either. It's weird. As far as I can tell, it looks like something either changed here or here with Caldia at the same time, and activated the magic summoning circle. So then, it's not like the demon god pillar or something else is hacking us? Hacking? You think something could really hack my workshop?
Medea seems to be losing patience here. Hacker man. Oh, Slice, thank you very much for the raid. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to Dramatic Reading of Salem, Chapter 4. Dramatic voice acting of it. Prepare for lots of very manly girl voices. Enjoy Salem, you must leave to avoid spoilers. No, Slice, stay here and spoil yourself rotten. Anyway, have a good night, dude. Thanks for the raid. It's a shame that we're not all here right now, but we can't wait any longer. Can we communicate with the Master? Got my pen and paper. I'm good to go. Is this okay, Da Vinci? We're smarter than Da Vinci. We got the idea to update with pen and paper before her. We're the smartest, we're the genius in the room today. Ha-ha.
Got it. Thanks for the bare bones update. I'm glad you're all okay. We have a good idea of what's going on there now. Between Tituba's fate and Hopkins' arrival, things are clearly going very different from real history. We don't have much time to trade info since our connection's unstable, so let's do that while we can. First of all, is that Kirke?
In the flesh.
I see, then I suppose we avoided the worst case scenario. I'm glad to hear that we got a little bit of good news in all this. At least we now know what one of the major threats we're facing is, so we can take measures against it. Oh, do tell. Wise and insightful Kirke, allow me to thank you on behalf of all of Caldia. Why, thank you. I'm glad to see that Caldia's acting commander is so polite and understanding.
Did you figure out why she was summoned? Wasn't she here because of you?
After investigating things on our end, it's clear that the near-future observation lens Sheba had a hand in Kirke's accidental summoning. What's more, it's been acting strangely again since right before our comms were re-established. Well, bluntly put, it's gone berserk. We're doing everything we can to keep the system running, but it could shut down at any time. Worst case, it could even damage the system or cause problems during your race shift back. So we still have a lot of questions, but I think we'd better end the call after the next bit of info. Are you doing alright, Gouda?
Okay, business as usual.
This is the most critical thing that I have to tell you. I'm going to have to broad strokes it for you. I wish I could have told Mash directly, but oh well. These analysis results pertain to the forced incarnation that you told us about earlier. When you infiltrated Salem, your memories were falsified. To put more exact, your entire cognitive process was jumbled up. We believe that you are now unable to connect your knowledge, i.e. your memories of past events, to the information that you're currently receiving.
You mean we've been turned into different people or something?
That's taking it a little bit far. It's more like you're all on a really bad trip. Still, I'm impressed that this Da Vinci lady managed to figure all of that out from what little she had to work with. And that does back up what Kirke warned us about.
This is terrible. We'll never figure out the truth as we are. This is a devastating blow to our mission. We're practically dancing in the Demon God Pillar's palm right now. Is there nothing that we can do?
Good point.
Is there any way to counteract it?
This condition induces visual and auditory hallucinations. It's less like magecraft and more like, well, going mad. I had Matahari memorize our historical file on Salem before you went there, and Mash already knew it. This file included a list of all known residents in late 17th century Salem identified prior to this incident. Comparing that list against the people there now should have told you who didn't belong there. But it sounds like you haven't been able to determine that. Which means that even Mash, who is no longer a demi-servant thanks to her Galahad spirit origin being dormant, was unable to escape this effect. That bodes equally poorly for you too, Gouda. You're in a seriously precarious state. That said, not even a Demon God Pillar can alter someone completely without a contract. Understood. This will not stand. One thing I can say is that there's probably some truth that can only be seen from within the madness. Something that's making it hard for us to observe Salem from the outside.
No, we cannot abandon our sanity. Sure we can. So why is Kirke the least affected?
We still don't know that, unfortunately. There's no way that this runaway Demon God Pillar wouldn't predict that Caldia would try to stop it. And there's no reason that Kirke would be any exception, according to Medea here. I actually have a different opinion myself, but at this point I'm just speculating. At any rate, as long as you have a temporary contract with her in place... Sorry, the engineers are having a fit. Looks like our equipment is at its limit. I'm afraid we have to go. Next time, I'll be ready to exchange information in a considerably more efficient manner. I pray to all of your respective gods that you complete the mission and come back safely. All right? Bye-bye. At Kirke, do you intend to return to Chaldia from Medea? Oh, no way! She must still be living in a dreamland if she thinks that I'm going back there. She was a lot smarter back when she was still a virgin.
She said absolutely, Medea.
Hey, what? Yeah.
I want to say I would bet that Medea can probably read lips pretty well. I'm glad we were able to tell them we're okay, but this doesn't do much to help us. I wouldn't say that. I feel better. True, that is very important. By the way, has anyone seen Mash? She did go out to shop, but that's been a while.
Good question. She has been out shopping for quite a long time. She should have been back by now. I do not sense evil aura. But I am hungry. Can no longer move. Oh, are you stepping out then, Master? If you're going to go meet Mash, then I'll come with you. I can't wait to tell her about this call.
Thanks, Matahari.
No trouble at all, Master.
I'll go too. I see now just how strange this village truly is. I doubt the ghouls that show up at night are the only danger that could concern us.
It is a nice day for once, and I'm tired of staying inside. I think I'll take this chance to go out and...
You stay here, Kirke. I need you to keep an eye on the comms gear.
Huh? You know you're talking to the Queen Witch here, right? Hunger. Famished. Need... meat. Are those... wings? Do they taste like chicken? What? Hey now, quit looking at me like that, hey!
Her wings are too fluffy to taste like chicken. There seems to be something going on at the general store.
I see Abigail there, but where's Mash? Oh great, it's that old woman again. Maybe I shouldn't have come along after all. She and I really don't get along.
Is she the one you were talking about? The bereaved you had trouble convincing?
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
Don't you understand, everyone? Have your eyes grown so clouded that you can't see what's right in front of you? We've been enamored with these absurd plays that we've neglected our prayers. And now look at the tragedy that's befallen us.
Yeah!
You said it.
Maybe this is God's punishment for our sins. This is our village. Why have we given these outsiders, these heathens, free reign here? Now, everyone, calm yourselves. That goes for you too, Rebecca. Settle down before you hurt yourself. I'm truly sorry that you lost your sister Mary to those monsters. I know a lot's happened with those performers too. But both the Reverend and the acclaimed judge from Boston have given them their blessing. And you've never been to one of their plays yourself, so you don't know what a good job they're doing.
Yeah.
Tell me, Giles, and everyone else for that matter. Have you already forgotten what we've been through? Are we no longer even telling our children? Whether it was during the long, harsh winters or the blood-red night when those savages attacked, we've always banded together against the difficulties that threatened us. If we turn away from God again this time, He will surely turn His back on us in turn.
Yes, you're absolutely right. You're saying we should just do what we've always done, no? I'd feel better if we could do that too. But things are worse here now than they've ever been. The children are running off into the forest and dancing as if they've gone mad, refusing to listen to a word we say. Horrid monsters are forcing their way into our homes and eating everything in sight. How is shutting ourselves inside and praying going to help with such dreadful things happening all around?
My hearing may not be what it used to be, but I say to you that God will always hear our prayers. By the seventh sunset since this all began, Salem will be unified in peace.
Seventh sunset? Shoot, I'll settle for our bodies still being in one piece by the seventh sunrise.
I didn't even get to say goodbye to my family. Reverend or not, he's too young to be of any use.
We need to drive these outsiders away and make Salem what it once was.
You're wrong. You're all mistaken. You're all claiming that God wants the same thing that you do, but you don't really know what He wants.
What's wrong, Abby?
Oh, Sanson, Ringmaster Gouda. I'm looking for Lavinia. Not that I expected to find her here. It looks like nobody's seen her since we went our separate ways last night.
Didn't you come here to go shopping with Mash?
Yeah, and we did. We ended up buying quite a lot, so I asked the shop owner if he wouldn't mind carrying it to our house for us. I'm just here waiting for him.
And where's Mash?
Mash? Oh, she's with Uncle. I thought you already knew that.
Mr. Carter, then. Do you know where they went, Abigail?
They went off towards the village outskirts.
Oh? Oh boy, chat. I wonder what could be happening at the village outskirts. It was you who enticed the Reverend into going along with this, wasn't it? What are you searching for now? Trying to find another man to sink your claws into?
You again. Do you think you could let go of my arm, please? And as for the Reverend, as I recall, you were far more enthusiastic than he was when you barged in on me backstage.
What?
I'm sorry, but I can't accept your request. Believe it or not, I love all of the men of Salem equally.
Shut up! You're the one who... Uh-oh, I better step in here. Shh! Try not to make any noise, Master. Can you come with me for a minute? It's urgent. What? Robin? I'm sorry. I screwed up big time. Really big. I lost sight of Mash. Wait, what? Yeah. Looks like things are getting kinda heated here, huh? It's okay. Go on ahead, Master. I'll handle things here. Okay, thanks, Sanson. Let's go, Robin. Something had been nagging at me all morning, so I secretly went after Mash and Abby to keep an eye on him. They'd finished their shopping and were just passing by the town hall when Carter showed up. He said he was going to go to Boston to fetch a judge or reinforcements if that didn't work. Said that this was the perfect chance to do it since the weather was nice. Then Mash said she'd like to go with him part of the way. I think she was hoping to find the way out of the village. But there is no way out of Salem, though. Exactly. No way in, no way out. The only person who showed up here besides us is Hopkins, and he came from the wharf. Right now it's impossible to leave this village. We triple-checked that the first day we were here. But Carter didn't seem concerned about that at all. No surprise Mash was curious. I got curious too, so I figured I'd keep an eye on them and not interfere. That was my screw-up. Next, Carter rented a horse at the stables and headed for the village outskirts. And that's where I lost sight of him. MASH! Mash and Carter have both vanished. Of course, I searched everywhere I could, but you couldn't find them. I'm sorry. This is all my fault. I treated Mash like she was still a demi-servant without thinking about it. But even if she can protect herself, she's still just a regular human. If only I'd been more careful here. And the forest just gets thicker the more you keep going, so this is as far as we can get. It's basically a bounded field. Try and get through and you just end up lost. And after you wander a bit, you're right back in the village. Did they somehow manage to make it out, maybe? If so, then one of the Caldia agents around the mist would spot him. Of course, that doesn't do us much good, since we still can't contact. Huh? What is it? What? You got in touch with Caldia? Well, that's great. Awesome, even. Still, that would have been right around the time I lost sight of him. So if they did manage to escape, you'd think the Caldia agents watching the bounded field's perimeter would have reported something that changed. So why didn't they? Oh, right, and I almost forgot the other thing. Over here, Master. I've never seen so many crows in one place. Shoo! Shoo! Get out of here! It's in this hollow, Master. This is what I wanted to show you. It ain't pretty, but you fought enough battles by now that I figure you've seen worse. Just prepare yourself. Are these corpses? Parts of them, anyway. These people have been dead for a long time. You can tell by how much they've worn away. It looks to me like there were two of them, a man and a woman. A man and a woman? The bodies are at least a few years old, but this hole was dug up recently. Based on the teeth marks and the mess of the surrounding area, I'm guessing the ghouls did that. What is it, Master? One of them has a pendant of a cross. Token of the deceased, huh? Looks expensive, but it's also rusted charcoal black. If this were a real grave, I'd opt to just leave him alone. But this is too shallow to be a proper grave. Hell, we don't even know who these people were. No tombstone. We may as well hold on to that for a while. We can always put it back later if we figure something out. Good point. Can you tell how they died? Probably not if they're old corpses. How they died? I'm not much of a detective, not like the armchair guy or the necromancer, but I'll give this a shot. They're in pretty bad shape, even for having been here as long as they have, and for the ghouls and crows picking away at them. But look, I can make out a gunshot wound on the woman's body, so we can go ahead and rule out natural causes. Either someone killed her or she took her own life. And the man's neck was broken a long time before the crows and ghouls got to him. Which means one hanged and one shot. It looks like it. Then there's this weird rock formation. It looks like they used to be arranged in a perfect hexagon. Taking a wild guess here, but I think it might have been an altar. And what the hell? It looks like it was broken apart on purpose, but why? Wait, hang on, was there someone else here too? Maybe they were sacrifices. We should probably get Kirke to take a look at this. Kirke, huh? Yeah, she could probably learn something from all of this. She may be shady, but not much that we can really do about that. I don't think she even means to be. But given how ravaged these bodies are, I don't think even the Queen Witch herself could tell much about them. Given their location, I bet this has something to do with the bounded field around the village. Because like I said, they sure didn't die of natural causes. Master, I'm gonna keep looking for Mash. I'll take you back to town first so you can fill everyone else in on what's... No, let's go back together. I think it'd be better if we don't split up right now. Good point. I wasn't thinking. Forget it. Forgot that I'm not my usual self here. If I'm not careful, I could end up dead too. Alright, Master, I'll stop going off on my own from now. Sorry again about this. Actually, thinking about it, Robin Hood going off on his own is fine because he has the cloak for basically perfect invisibility. So he can always just run away.
Mash and Carter, gone! Ran off into the woods together, huh? I didn't think that Mash went in for those scholarly types. Understood. Shall search for them at once. Hold it, Nesha. Hey, I said wait! Slow down. You'll set the floor on fire with those fire skate rocket booster things. Let go! You stupid Taoist puppet. Can you try to get a grip too, Gouda? Your anxiety is getting Neja all worked up.
Sorry.
Anyway, while I do wonder where Mash could be, if not whether she's safe, we have other matters to discuss right now. Good job making it back, Gouda. I've got something to tell you. Neja found out that we've got lookouts watching this house now. Lookouts who weren't there until yesterday. And no, not familiars, but humans. And not just Hopkins's men, regular Salem people too. This whole thing with Mash has got to be a trap. They're trying to throw us off so that we'll go look for her without watching our backs, and then we'll fall into any number of other traps that they might have set up.
Somehow I almost fell for it, too.
Are you sure about that?
What's so funny?
If they're trying to draw a noose around a Caldia mage's neck, they're going about it in an awfully roundabout way. There's plenty of smarter ways to go about killing you. Anyway, that's not quite what's important right now. I imagine that you've sensed this by now too, Gouda. Hopkins's words are powerful, and poisonous. You know how throwing a pebble into a still pond can make surprisingly big ripples? Well, that's the kind of power at work here in Salem as we speak.
Could Hopkins actually be a mage?
Well, don't be absurd. That'd be way too obvious. Still, when all is said and done, I'm afraid that I don't have any answers yet either. Sorry. It sucks, I know. Those of us who have really mastered magecraft can usually get a good idea of what's behind spells and fortune-telling we've never seen before. Exactly. The way of the Buddha extends to all things. No different here. And yet, here we are. It may look like a ritual that we're totally familiar with, but it just feels off. It's fragile and sharp and dangerous, like a sulfur crystal. It changes shape for each person as if to ensnare them. It's like touching someone's mind.
You lost me, Kirkai.
Maybe we're not supposed to understand it. Maybe it would even be dangerous if we did. I guess that this is it for our temporary contract. Huh?
Master, we have a serious problem.
Mr. Ringmaster, Matahari is...
Huh? Being accused of being a witch, maybe? Town Hall, the Provisional Court. With God as our witness, this court is now in session. The defendant, Matahari.
Yeah.
Matahari, actress and performer. That is obviously just a stage name. What is your real name? The one your parents gave you?
Margareta Gertruda Zell. It's very common. I'd hate for any women with the same name here to feel like they were being attacked too, so please just call me Matahari.
The plaintiff in this case against Matahari is Bill Osborne. That's me, Osborne. You claim that Matahari is a witch, is that correct? That's right, she's a witch! A succubus sent by the devil himself! In today's court, we will examine the evidence and uncover the truth of these allegations. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes, I most certainly do. To begin with, that woman.
Mr. Ringmaster, please cheer up.
Thanks, Abby. Just can't help to worry about Mash.
She must have decided to go to Boston with Uncle. Don't worry, I'm sure that she'll come back safely. Besides, there's no way that Matahari can be a bad person. Mr. Osborne always makes a big deal out of everything. Everyone here knows that. I'm sure that the judge will just scold him for making all of this up.
Oh, the naivety of a child.
You look pale. You're scared, aren't you? It's okay. You're not alone. Here, hold my hand.
You're so strong, Abby. Sorry for making you worry.
No, I'm not. I'm just doing my best to put on a brave face. With Uncle gone, I need to help however I can. Matahari is one of your dear friends, right? I can tell you that you both respect each other. I'm a little jealous, really. But that's why you have to believe in each other and stick together when times are tough. Mr. Gouda, remember, you're the leader of this troop. You're like a young King David. When Goliath ridiculed David and cursed him in the evil demon dragon's name, David slew Goliath magnificently, and he was just a humble shepherd. He didn't even have a sword or a spear. And all because his friends and David himself believed that God would strike the behemoth down.
His sling was loaded with miracles and blessings.
Is that a joke, Mr. Ringmaster? I'm afraid that I don't quite get it. You're looking a lot less pale now. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I've seen David slay some shit before.
Oh? You dropped something. Wait. What is this?
It's Abby's parents, wasn't it? This is the pendant I found in the forest.
This was Father's. Why do you have it, Mr. Ringmaster? You found it at the edge of the forest.
Does this mean that that was the Williamses' grave? Why doesn't Abby know where they were buried? They were murdered. Here, Abby, this is yours.
No. No, I don't want it. I can't accept it. It must have come from outside Salem.
Abby?
Please, just hold on to it.
Matahari is a dignified woman. She would never do something to warrant such vicious slander. Sanson, you are not presently giving testimony. Gouda, as Matahari's employer and the leader of your company, I call you to the stand to serve as a witness. Rise. Okay, I'll put an end to this farce. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. The truth. You can't handle the truth. Not a whole lot of single target casters out there for the big damage. Let's take Medea. Where is she? There is she. Medea got to come along on our adventure anyway. I should probably level her skills a little bit real quick. Ilya? My Ilya is Super Bond 10.
いらっしゃい。
My Ilya is currently perfection itself. And I'd like to get the 100% bond up, you know what I mean? I use Ilya plenty, trust me. Ilya is quite the staple in my my parties. I also use Ilya plenty in the other meaning that will get chat to spam cops. Get dabbed on, chat, you bunch of dabbers. You bunch of dibbity-doos. I mean, there's no reason to get that up any further. Alright, we're fine.
仕上がりはどう？
Let's go. Brief interlude done. In we go.
The woman with the eyes of the sun. I'm not the queen of a southern kingdom. Hell, I don't have any dignity at all. I think I was born to be an actor. And the sun doesn't cast a shadow, especially not one that others step on. It exists only to illuminate you, to grant your every wish.
Ah, Norman, my son. Why did this happen? Margareta, you may as well have poisoned him yourself. Why didn't you keep a closer eye on that bottle?
That's not fair. Don't make this my fault. That prescription wouldn't even be here if you hadn't bought it while you were out womanizing.
Shut up. Just shut up. Slap.
If hitting me makes you feel better, then go ahead.
Curse you. If Juana Luisa fails to wake up too, I will see to it that you pay dearly for this, Margarita.
Never mind that. Please, just pray. Pray for Juana Luisa, my little son. Please, please smile again. Just once. That was the first time in my life that I despised someone enough to kill them. To kill someone that I once loved because I once loved him, foolishly. That's right, in my heart. I had already killed him countless times.
Loading.
悟空いないけど大丈夫かしら。
じゃあこういうのどうだ。つまんない連中だな。他にやることないの？じゃあこういうのどうだ。
本気出しちゃうんだから。本気出しちゃうんだから。それ。
Chat, I'm about to domestically abuse your butt. Come here.
御仏の加護見せてあげる。へいご行さん釈迦如来賞。へい別々敵面。
まぼろの君へ私は歌う。
苦しんでもらおうかしら。あまり使いたくはないのですけど、よくてよ。
それでいいんだ。
Rubreka.
術理摂理世のことあり、その晩ルールブレイカー。これはどう？
No buffs, only debuffs.
本気出しちゃうんだから。御仏パワー全開ね。
よし。
This is the dark remake of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
へいご行さん釈迦如来賞。へい
敗者らしく逃げるように立ち去るのね。
Easy fight is easy. We got some delicious void cocaine. Time to grab our AoE stuff now. Come to me, Naito Chris. She's real neato, chat.
The Gouda Company's Sanson saved my daughter's life. That alone should prove that they're good, upstanding people with boundless love in their hearts.
What was that, Mrs. Pickman? It sounded like you just told us this man practiced medicine without a license from the governor.
Huh? Well...
Objection! You authorized him to examine patients yourself. Yes, I did. I admit to that. However, according to another villager's allegations, Sanson left behind a prescription at the Pikmin's house. A scrap of this prescription has been admitted as evidence. Practicing medicine without a medical license is a grave and serious crime.
That is groundless nitpicking. That has nothing to do with this case.
Your Honor, the Pikmins made a deal with the devil. They asked him to save their daughter by sacrificing other innocent people. How dare you! I've been nothing but a good neighbor to you, and this is the thanks I get. It's not my fault that your daughter has always been sickly. I even told you that you should have Sanson treat her, and you refused to listen.
That's right, this is a matter of honor. Your Honor, I can vouch for Sanson as well. My granddaughter wouldn't be alive today without him. He's a great man with talents beyond any mere actor. If anyone's at fault here, it's me for inviting him into our house.
Mr. Pikmin.
Shout and weep all you like, but justice cannot be moved by such petty concerns, nor shall I. All I require of you is the truth. I will determine with my own learned, neutral eyes who is and who is not a witch. For often does the devil appear before those in crisis in a form most sweet and beguiling, offering their heart's desire. In the end, traveling performers are no more than drifters. All is well so long as things go the way they wish, but at the first sign of trouble they disappear like so much smoke. This man has the gall to be both actor and doctor, how and when it suits him. He is nothing like a true doctor who has to earn his patient's trust. As for this actress, it seems that once the curtain falls, she plies her true trade, harlotry.
Did not the Son of God bless a prostitute too?
Only one who had repented for her ways. I will not have you interpreting the Bible to suit your own ends. As you will recall, once that sinful woman had repented, the Son of God drove out 7 evil spirits from her before offering his blessing. However, is Matahari capable of such a thing? Or is she instead a wretched, wicked woman who lowers men's guards, betrays them, lures them to adultery, and freely wields the 7 vices in order to ensnare her targets? In other words, a witch. Those who have fallen for such a trap inevitably seek companions with whom they might lessen their guilt. As for you, Mrs. Pikmin, I see that I must also put you to the question when this trial is concluded. Depending on your answers, we may need to continue these proceedings.
Are we on trial now? Matahari is on trial for being a witch. Because she has breasts, therefore she must be a witch. She has breasts and refused to fuck a guy, so she must be a witch. A harlot!
To my beloved Monsieur Astruc, I am writing to you again so that I may better express my thoughts regarding the Salome matter we discussed the other day. Afterwards, I was extremely fortunate to find not 1, but 2 theater managers who liked my performance. According to them...
I mean, she is technically a prostitute. That's not wrong. She's just not doing it right now.
Matahari. Indeed, she's nothing less than a prodigy. Her outstanding record proves it beyond any doubt. Her technique may be shoddy, her misguided passion delusional, and her makeup garish, and yet she consistently walks a line that weaves them all together into a show you simply can't look away from. And that said, she could also be considered a threat to those striving to create true art. Wait a second. Oh yes, I have been to her shows countless times. I don't even know how many bouquets and presents I've sent her. Of course, I don't expect anything from her in return. That is what it means to be a patron. Still, lately, I suppose there have been a lot of new faces at her shows. I can't deny that I've been less willing to attend after so many French generals started showing up. They don't offer money, but given the current circumstances, they're good at exerting their influence in other ways. If Mata Hari were to ever mistake that for her own power, well, that would be most unfortunate. Mata Hari isn't just great as an actress. She's practically a living legend. This tiny theater is far too small to accommodate all of her eager fans. She deserves nothing less than to perform for the entire world.
So I've been thinking. I'm positive that I could bring the eccentric, uninhibited, attractive, and ever so memorable Salome to life on stage. So I'd like to ask you, Monsieur Astruc, for assistance in bringing John the Baptist to justice. From your Mata Hari.
You'd give Salome a salami, and then she would have your head. Chat, the cover for Volume 2 of the Epic of Remnant Triple C collab is just fantastic melt butt from an undershot. Good civilization.
ではこうしよう。くだ。
もっともっと楽しみましょう。大逆には死を。さあ、一緒に遊びまくりしいわ。見たいのですね。
ぐるぐるぐるぐる。
繰り返す押し返す草のしおり。すべての童話お友達よ。
That is some pathetic damage.
暗黒の鏡、扉となり恐怖を心。暗風ねぶたジュゼル。
勝つ。ロミオの悲嘆。無駄だ。
大逆には死を。
オーセロと
ニトクリスの鏡を見たいのですね。屍の鏡、暗黒の鏡、扉となり恐怖を心。暗風ねぶたジュゼル。
無駄だ。どう
かしら。
無駄だ。
And on the 10th day of Christmas, my Twitch chat gave to me 10,000 reasons to loot the lollies.
Tsumaran.
気が合いますね。嬉しいわ。
無駄だ。
不敬者。
潮を食ろう。罠だ。
くるくるくるくる回るとは行き着く先は鍋の中。さあ、
オーセロと
一緒に遊びましょう。繰り返す 干し返す草のしおり。すべての童話お友達よ。
罠悲劇を送ろう。罠だ。物理で殴るだけ。
ミトキリスの鏡を見たいのですね。
We're at 69 viewers.
これぞ大軍師の究極陣地。帰らずの地破ってみせるがいい。
屍の鏡、暗黒の鏡、扉となり恐怖をここへ。アントゥーネブタジュセル。
無駄だ。罠だ。
我が身はホルスなりしファラオなれば。
Just accept your death already, you overworked man.
つまらん。
仕方ありませんね。
仰せの通り。
She works hard for the money. Hard for the money.
無駄だ。
おやすみなさい。次の目覚めは幸せにね。
Chat, the only acceptable viewer count that we should ever have is 42,069. Best go getting those view bots ready. I should probably have like an actual command outfit. Mystic code. That's the word. That does things equipped. Like maybe this one. Yeah. Let's put our nice vest on since we're in court anyway and we need to dress our best. What about 69,420? I like the way you think, Sangloon.
This is ridiculous! Is it so bad to enjoy singing and dancing in plays?
Silence, child! No, let her speak. Her age has nothing to do with the truth of her words. However, those who would show contempt for others and think only of themselves will be brought to justice.
God wouldn't want us to talk of people like they're awful criminals just because they're performers. King David himself loved to dance. He even played his harp to banish the evil spirit plaguing Saul. And all of you like to drink hard cider and cause such commotion to celebrate the autumn harvest. I even know about how you played shuffleboard.
You're wrong. Of course we're going to be happy when God has seen fit to reward our hard work. But letting entertainment and temptation into our lives also makes us vulnerable to the devil's whispers. Lucifer's beauty was great enough to charm even God himself. We cannot put too much trust in ourselves. We are frail vessels, so we must always be humble and cautious. We have nothing to our names, and yet we still count our blessings as we go about our lives. We're not kings. We're not even shepherds. We're nothing more than lambs.
That's it. That's all that we are. If there's nothing that we can trust here in Salem, then where could there be?
Therefore, in compliance with French Army law, I I hereby accuse Spy AF-45, aka H-21, aka Mata Hari of Holland. She is charged with leaking top-secret information to Germany and its allies and concealing said information. This included mission-critical information, such as the strategy for the Hindenburg Line, the leakage of which resulted in many casualties for our army. In fact, we have received reports that our losses number no fewer than 50,000 soldiers. Most recently, she has also leaked information pertaining to our transport ship routes, which were subsequently sunken by enemy U-boats. From her confiscated personal belongings, we have ascertained that the defendant has accepted large sums of money from Germany, so there can be no doubt of her guilt.
This decision is unanimous. Conspiring against the government and interfering with military operations via espionage are grievous crimes punishable by death. I therefore sentence the defendant Mata Hari to be executed by firing squad. Court is now adjourned.
Your Honor, please just let me say one thing to everyone here.
You may speak, but your sentence may not be appealed.
Yes, I was a spy. Some soldiers may well have lost their lives because of me. But I swear to you here and now that my loyalty was always to France.
I see. So you claim that your love of country is a match for the soldiers who gave their lives for France. Very well then. Mata Hari, you will face judgment for your crimes once more in death. Look their souls in the eye and proclaim your innocence. Listen to their voices, ruined by the bullets that tore through their throats, and hear them yourself.
This is actually, other than the whole, hey, let's not do anything with our super servant powers because what if situation, other than that, this is very well written. Ay-ya-ya, 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 ay-ya-ya-ya-ya. Ay-ya-ya. Ay-ya-ya is too ingrained into my body. We're gonna just play that real quick. Thank you earlier, Dragon Hunts, for the follow a whole hour ago. But thanks, I appreciate it.
大逆には死を。可愛い資料がザザーンザザーン
ザザーン。
屍の鏡、暗黒の鏡。
By the way, chat,
恐怖をここへ。
I do want to point out that if you have ever read any Lovecraftian story stuff, many Lovecraft names have shown up throughout the story. I think I pointed this out before, but in case I didn't, in case I forgot to, we've got Randolph Carter, the Whateleys, the Pickmans, a couple others. But like this is like the most obviously Lovecraftian thing ever if you've ever read any Lovecraft thing. Also, we are in a port harbor town where heavy fog rolls in, and it seems as though something is playing with our minds. subtle the illusion isn't quite, but good it is.
本気出しちゃうんだから本気出しちゃうんだからみほとけパワー全開ね
行くぞ。
みほとけのカード見せてあげるへいご行さんシャカニョライショー
That does bring up the point that I'm not entirely sure how popular Lovecraftian stories are, well, in Japan in the first place, so... How dare you? My noble my MP charge. You can't just do that. That's illegal.
じゃあこういうのどうだ。つまんない連中だな。他にやることないの？
Yes, Japan does love tentacles, but that's a different matter.
無駄だ。 うわっ
Well, it doesn't much matter what the characters were originally connected to. All that really matters is that they're showing up for their cameos, you know? To be like, to shout at the world as loud as they possibly can. This is Lovecraft!
ご行さんシャカニョライショー
これでも勝ちは勝ちだよな。うん。
There, we murdered the souls of the damned. We have acquitted Matahari of all crimes. Isn't Call of the Cthulhu the biggest TTRPG in Japan? I don't know. That would be news to me. Also, just because it's the biggest tabletop RPG doesn't mean it's particularly popular. For example, chat, how many of you are playing D&D right now? The most popular TTRPG in the West. That's what I thought. Literally 0 of you. And anyone that says otherwise is about to be banned forever for disagreeing with me. I am your judge, your jury, your executioner, and especially your executioner. Dare accept it. Alright.
Matahari. Margaretha Gertrude Azel MacLeod. You have committed adultery through devilish means and robbed the people of Salem of their senses. You have betrayed God and indulged in the evil of witchcraft. In the name of God and the good people of Salem, I hereby sentence you to be hanged as a witch.
I see, so that's how it is. I suppose when weighed against the 50,000 people that live in Salem, my own life is a small price to pay to save them, huh?
Do you have a problem with my sentence?
No.
I further order her employer Gouda to pay damages and trial fees totaling £40, as well as an additional £30 for the cost of the hanging. What? That's absurd. I've never heard of a preposterously high court fees before.
You're showing your true colors, aren't you, Witchfinder General?
Order! Order! How dare you show contempt for this holy court? Unlike the venues to which you are accustomed, this is not some cheap tavern.
Alright, get the fuck out of my way. Matahari!
Get back! Nobody approaches the condemned.
Like she's saying something. I can see her lips moving. Damn, it's no use. I can't tell what she's saying. The hill, the gallows. The condemned, Old Giles. The condemned, Mrs. Pickman. The condemned, Mata Hari. You again. Your Honor, I would like to speak with you.
Sanson, eh? Are you here to ask me to overturn their sentence, like those other foolish villagers? Or are you here to call me a king again? I am but a humble servant of God and the law.
No, Your Honor, I am well aware of the weight that a sentence carries. However, this is all moving far too quickly. I would like to ask for a stay of execution.
Is that so? Very well, the executions are not set to take place for a few hours. State your case.
As you know, Your Honor, a large number of people are dissatisfied with this sentence. Salem is also currently beset by attacking monsters which are stoking fear and grief within its people. It is eminently possible that these feelings may entice anger and confusion, which would make it much more difficult to keep the peace.
So, you are telling me to be wary of riots?
This could be dangerous for you personally, Your Honor.
My own life is of little consequence. What's more, I am told that Carter set out to Boston to bring back a new judge. In which case, regardless of what becomes of me, the great work of these trials will continue. These holy trials have begun, and neither the devil nor a saint can stop them.
You're lying. Well, there's no way they're talking that old man out of this.
What if we tied Hopkins up, made him mysteriously vanish? Right? Right?
I agree with Nej's plan.
Seriously? Fortunately, Abigail's still at home. This is good. She will not have to see any act of violence. Yeah, I don't see reckless violence helping here. It would probably end with more innocent victims. Can't you feel it? There's a will at work behind all of this.
We should save Mata Hari. This is some bullshit. You said it, and as luck would have it, there's a storm brewing right now. Who's to say it couldn't cause the gallows to have an unfortunate accident?
That's a terrible idea.
Huh?
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to let Mata Hari be executed.
Huh? Not funny. What are you playing at here?
I don't have time to explain, Dandy Man.
Gee, thanks. God, damn it. Damn it! This friggin' sucks. Why is Mata Hari just going along with this? I know she's not the type to cry and beg for her life, but it doesn't make sense that she's not even trying to protect herself. This is basically suicide.
Indeed. I wonder if... what would become of Mata Hari's memories? What would become of her solitude, of the suffering her soul endured?
And what would become of her memories as well? The Reverend's reciting a prayer for the condemned. Mata Hari's up next. She's ignoring what he has to say, but... Wait, what is she... Her lips are moving again. What do you want to do, Master? Robin, read her lips. What's she saying? Hurry. You want me to lip read? Alright, got it. What language is that? Is that even English? I'm just gonna copy your sounds. Go for it. It's okay. Truth see. Trust see. Her name is Kirke. It's not pronounced Circe. It's okay. Trust Kirke. It's the wrong pronunciation, English. The noose is around her neck now. Damn it, she's smiling. Look, I'm just going by the Greek pronunciation because it's a Greek name of a Greek person. Kirke. Your Honor, it's time. Hang them! Margarita! She's a Greek person, so I'm pronouncing her name the Greek way. Circe is some weird change to the pronunciation that came about over time for some reason. It's really weird. It's the same as calling Heracles Hercules. Hercules is not the proper pronunciation of the name, it's Heracles. Anyway, I actually find it really odd that they've done that, because most of the English pronunciations and everything, spelling whatsoever for characters with, I guess, multiple different spellings or pronunciations or whatever, have all been the original accurate one from the language they're based on. We've got Skaha, we've got Heracles, we've got Angramanyu, etc. And then Kirke is suddenly Circe, which is not proper. It's just a very weird inconsistency that I wouldn't have expected. And it is factually wrong. Therefore, the most wrong kind of wrong. And I'm sorry I went on this tirade during sad moment of Matahari being killed, but it's okay, she'll be fine. Probably.
In the end, we let her die. How could you let this happen, Master?
What did she mean by that? What did Kirke do?
Don't blame him. It moved. Something happened back at the workshop. What is... Ah! The workshop? The Carter house. What happened?
Well then. Something's on fire in the village. This can't be a coincidence. With this storm about, they'd make sure a fire would never break out by accident. Is this part of your plan too, Kirke?
No, but something is going on now. Arson? Even I'm not all-powerful. The workshop's defenses were made for monsters. They can't do anything against regular villages. Oh man, and after all that work I put into making it. Divine retribution? This quickly? What about Abigail?
Judge! Judge! What is it? More corpse-eating monsters. What do you think all these rifles are for? Drive them off! But this time there are angry villagers amongst them as well. Monsters attacked someone just as he was breaking into the Reverend's house, allowing them to escape. My lord, this is blasphemous. We've got to do something. I'll go tell Judge Hopkins. Out of my way, youngster. Your Honor, it's not safe here. More of the monsters are on their way.
You mean the ghouls?
This is the Puritan paradise.
Oi, voice.
This is the Puritan paradise I spent 66 days on a boat to reach, on a voyage in the deathly cold of winter, no less. I would expect such disruption in a famine or a revolt, not in a Puritan haven. What a disappointment. Your Honor, you need to get out of here. Hurry before they find you. Without the armed reinforcements I've sent numerous telegrams for, there's nothing we can do to hold them off. Absolutely not. My execution of these heretics is not yet complete. We must wait and be certain that these wretched condemned are indeed dead, or the people will not rest secure in the knowledge that justice was served. Are you mad? No one is even here to watch any longer. Say what you will. I will not leave until I am satisfied these criminals are dead.
Your Honor.
I sense an evil aura, expanding, exploding. There is more than ghouls here. What is Samson doing? Oh well, this actually works out well. Now we don't have to distract them ourselves. Robin, go get Matahari's body. We're taking her with us.
Huh? Her body? And why are you giving me orders anyway? Please, Robin, the ghouls are going after the condemned's bodies.
Master, I will get Abigail.
Got it. Thanks, Neja.
You are welcome. If I see others in danger, I shall save them too.
Chat. Donate me bits. Give me the bits. Give me just a bit of your love.
一気火星に滅ぼしてくれよ。やるぞ、マスター。
Thank you for the 2 bits, Nepsmuk. I don't deserve it? Why, those are the words of the Witchly. The real Twitch chat that loves me would donate me all the bits they have, and more. I say everyone in this chat but Nepsmug is a damned witch.
Oh, thank you, Nilothic and Turbo. Look, Nilothic and Turbobaka have come forward and proven their innocence. They have proven that the glory and love of God shines through them, through their actions. The rest of you heretics will burn for what you've done.
御仏の加護見せてあげる。へいご行さん釈迦如来賞。別末敵面。
Splorch, splorch, splorch.
ではこうしよ
いくわよ。仕方ありませんね。御仏の加護見せてあげる。
Thank you, Holomig, for the 500 bits and sharing 10 emotes with chat. Chat, enjoy your shared emotes. Merry Christmas. Padoru. The Padoru Shinobu has visited you and given you the gift of emotes. And the big gay.
それでいいんだ。別末敵面。
最上に近い勝利だ。
Goose obtained? Oh no. Holomig has the power of the goose.
Abigail! Are you all right? Lavinia. It's me, Neja. Neja. My house is gone. It's all burned down. Neja, I can't find Lavinia anywhere. Do you think we could find her with this big fire to light our way? Abby, do not get too close. Fire is dangerous. Curses! These flames are too strong. To be put out, we must evacuate. Gouda is waiting for you. Abby? What a shame. Still, now there's nothing stopping me from going anywhere I want. Isn't that right? Abby, that, not freedom, that is... More of those creatures!
Our rifles aren't even slowing them down, and we're out of ammunition. Use your hatchets. Chop off their arms and legs. Keep his honor safe. I know how to use a sword. Let me handle this.
Oh, no, you don't. Out of the way. We don't need any help from drifters. Salem is our land, a land we carved out for ourselves from a dark and foreboding forest. We'll protect it ourselves, whether we're up against Indians or the devil himself. Hey, now what do you think you're doing? Don't you dare touch that corpse. Judge Hawthorne, I order you to arrest Gouda and the rest of his company. They're no more than bandits now. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but we've got our hands full at the moment.
Sanson, fall back for now. Forgive me, Master. I'm staying here. I have to keep these people safe. Huh? Are you kidding me right now? He's an idiot, a true dyed-in-the-wool moron. Forget your stupid principles for a moment and help us carry Matahari already. Just in case you were somehow not aware, dead bodies? They're really heavy.
Falling back's all well and good, but where exactly do we fall back to, Gouda?
You there! Hands off the condemned! It's forbidden to bury criminals in the graveyard! Look, pal, I don't know what you... Huh? What? Hang on. Matahari, did you just move? She's coming back to life! What are you doing, you idiot? Just leave her already! There's nothing but another monster now! Don't stop for anything, Robin. Do not leave Matahari behind. Whoa, cut me some slack here. You're...
My neck. It hurts.
Stay back, Your Honor.
I'm not a witch, so why? Together with my daughter.
May God's grace be with you. Chat, I don't know what you're kidding about. Hopkins is as good and pious a man as there can be. Fat Kappa.
Master, I brought Abigail. Mr. Ringmaster, are you okay? Somebody get me a piglet. I'm not cut out for all of this running. Neja, who are all those people behind you? They followed me while I was running around the village. Oh, really? Crap. Gouda, I think we're kind of out of options here.
We can't keep our secret identities from Abby anymore. You're telling me I've been running around carrying a whole person on my back. One who's been biting the hell out of me this whole time, I might add. Are you sure it's safe to... Ow! Neja, Kirke, you'll have to do all the fighting. Robin, if worst comes to worst... Huh? What the hell is that look for?
Incense burner.
Who are you?
Wait, Mr. Ringmaster, I know who that is. Huh? Hello, Gouda. You look like you could use a hand. Tituba, is that you? But... I'm sorry, Miss Abby. Tituba the servant is dead. She finished her role and has stepped off the stage. And that's why I'm free now. Free to wield my power as I see fit. Free to make my fortune. Oh, great spirits, blow them away! And that concludes your free trial. For more of my services, you'll have to pay. Should we say a fixed price for every ghoul I kill? I'm also willing to offer discounts if you pay for a dozen at a time up front.
Huh? You're charging us? You mean you're not here to help us or whatever your name is?
Why, of course I am. Helping and people are two of the sweetest words I can think of. And every good deed deserves a good reward, right? Right? So how much can I put you down for? Surely you don't expect me to work for no compensation, do you?
Where's Goldie when I need him?
Pleasure doing business with you. All right then, I'll make sure to provide you with excellent service during our temporary contract.
Heed my words. My will creates your body, and your sword creates my destiny. If you abide by this reason, I shall entrust this fate to your sword.
As the caster of Midrash, I swear here and now, I accept you as my master.
We have acquired +1 miser. We've acquired a servant of EA.
容赦はしません。
ではこうしよ
She wearing a metal
仕方この
bikini?
隙
No,
が合いますね。
just a normal one. Silk, probably even.
苦しみなさい。
Melt is the only one that wears a metal bikini. More of a crotch plate, really. Ow. The damage.
気が合いますね。
Thanks, Gror's Guide, for the follow, by the way. Oh, and Ellie Brave. Part of her bikini is metal, that's true.
別々敵面。
つまらん
それでいいんだ。お望みとあらば。
罠だ
Maybe I should have just popped my skills and popped Nito Chris's Noble Phantasm right away. Certainly would have made that first area a lot quicker.
ニトクリスの鏡を見たいのですね。屍の鏡、暗黒の鏡、扉となり、恐怖をここに。暗風ねぶたジュセル。
Look at this creepy boy. Being all creepy.
行くわよ。
ではこうしよ
行くわよ。御仏パワー、それ。
Reminder chat. Ikuayo, based on the context, can both mean here I go and I'm coming.
五行さん、釈迦如来賞。やあ。別々敵面。
Critical miss.
行くわよ。 見張っ、それでいいんだ。
Bum 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 bum
御
bum bum.
仏のカード見せてあげる。
Why does Nito Chris need so many chains? Because.
釈迦如来賞。
Loving the new monster design in this. It's too bad they almost never get used again.
私のしもべになりますか？では、ミイラから下積みですね。
Well, at least the elder ghouls don't. The normal ghouls get used a little bit here and there. Just the big green eldritch ghouls don't really show up too often outside of Salem.
I've taken the liberty of preparing a safe house. Come on, I'll show you the way. By the way, I don't see your friend Sanson anywhere.
That bastard decided he'd rather save Hopkins' hide than come with us. This is why I can't stand dealing with do-right scholarly types.
How awful. Thank you for saving us, but... Are you Tituba? No, you can't be. But then who are you? Abigail Williams. When prosperous nations deal with each other, sometimes information is the most precious of gifts. And so I'm afraid that I cannot lightly reveal my true name, not even for you. I see. I'm sorry. That said, I was your servant once, Miss Abby. You treated me so kindly, and I loved and respected you in return. I don't plan to go by Tituba anymore, but I will never forget our time together. In the meantime, let me tell you what most people call me. The woman from the south, who rules all of Sheba as its queen. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Senpai!
Mash! Big hug.
Oh, Senpai, I'm so sorry for making you worry. How fortunate. How lucky. Embracing. Tears. Praise be to the Buddha for his guidance. This is a bounded field, huh? I had no idea there was a place like this in the woods. I couldn't pick this up at all. How long has it been here?
I'm just glad you're okay, Mash. Now, can I put this body down already, or...?
Oh, right. Go ahead, Matahari. It's okay now. You were alive.
What? The whole time? The whole time?
I'm still feeling sluggish, though. It definitely took a lot out of me. Looks like you're pretty resistant to poison. That's actually kind of unfortunate in this case. It would have been a lot easier for you if you'd just gone ahead and passed out for real.
What's going on?
I gave her some medicine to help her fake her death. She took it before she was scheduled to be hanged.
What about your neck, though? Is that okay?
Oh, that's nothing for an escape act. Once you know the trick, it's easy. Of course, even if you can cushion your vertebra from the impact, you usually end up suffocating anyway from the pressure on your neck. I did my best to preserve enough of her metabolism so that blood would keep flowing to her head. The drugs I pilfered from the Waitley house really came in handy here. But never mind that now.
You said something about a will at work in all of this earlier.
I sure did. If Matahari had run away without atoning for her sins or facing justice in the village courthouse, I'm guessing that we would never have been reunited with Mash.
So the court always demands sacrifice, huh? Of course, that queen lady helped us out a good bit, but if she hadn't, I'm guessing whatever this will thing is could have just sent Mash off to her death.
Right, we basically just had a hostage released. What are you doing here, Mash? I thought you had gone to Boston. And where's Uncle Carter? The Queen of Sheba and I will explain everything. But I'm afraid it will be very hard for you to hear, Abby. That's okay. I want to know what's really going on.
And that is chapter 4. True name revealed. Even though she said she wasn't going to reveal her true name, she did anyway because why not? The Carter residence has now been burnt down. And up next, chapter 5.